You're watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.
Today, Impel announced the acquisition of Outsell, a move set to significantly enhance their capabilities and reach. Joining me now to discuss this is CEO of Impel, Mr. Devin Daly, as well as the CEO of Outsell, Mr. Mike Wethington. You've seen them both here on CBT News before. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me, and congratulations on the big news.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having us, Jim. Always a pleasure.
Sure. So, Devin, let's start with you, since you're the one that is making all the waves here, buying these companies up. Tell us, for those people that are out there that might not be as familiar with Impel as we are here at the show, tell us what solutions you provide to dealers.
Absolutely. So Impel is really the auto industry's most advanced AI customer lifecycle platform. We help dealers deliver personalized, seamless customer experiences across the entirety of the consumer journey, from website to chat to sales to service. In terms of the scale of Impel, pre-Outsell acquisition, we worked with around 6,000 dealerships, most OEMs. We do business in 53 countries and also work in specialty verticals as well as the aftermarket industry.
That is fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the whole concept and the idea behind this acquisition with Outsell.
Absolutely, right. So Outsell, as many of you may know, is the leading customer engagement platform for dealers. It's really driven by really rich first-party data paired with machine learning models. I think what most excites us about Outsell is, of course, they do amazing marketing automation, but with Outsell comes 20 years of precedent transaction data. So for the last 20 years, they've been monitoring consumers, and every day they view, I think it's somewhere around 70 million customers. And so being able to feed all of that information into our conversational AI models, we believe gives us a really strategic long-term competitive moat. There's an adage that as AI models become commoditized, whomever has the most access to that first-party data to train the models and drive long-tail personalization will win out. So we're really excited that Outsell brings that to the table for us. Beyond that, though, I mean, it just, I think, really extends the combined business's reach. We now service more than 8,000 dealerships, several OEMs, and when you just think about our combined R&D and product teams, we're up to almost 200 folks that are innovating and bringing new technology solutions and products to market. The last thing I would say is, we really view this as kind of a fourth refounding of Impel, right? Outsell was 170 employees, Impel was roughly 300. So this is a substantial, acquisition or merger integration for us. And we really view it as kind of the fourth rebirth or refounding of the company. So could not be more excited for the upside and the synergy that we see between the two companies and products.
Sure. Mike, you've joined me on CBT News many times, so you're familiar to all of our dealer viewers that are out there. But so tell me, what factors went into this acquisition and for it to happen from your perspective?
Well, as you know, Jim, I've always been fascinated with figuring out how you do a better job at taking care of consumers by better understanding them by as much data as possible and using artificial intelligence to create a wonderful experience for consumers. And those who do it really well are the ones that win in this industry. The reason why we ended up deciding it, we reached a point where we're taking a look at this industry and seeing the consolidation that needed to happen because of the scale of the opportunity. This is a $2 to $3 billion opportunity just in the United States to be able to really automate through AI the sales and marketing automation platforms for dealers and manufacturers. And it was our decision that in order to do that, we needed to find the right partner that had a couple of key things. Number one, the capital to be able to acquire an organization like Outsell, but more importantly, to be able to continue to invest in the technology that's going to be required to really create the leading global platform for artificial intelligence, sales and marketing automation. It's just a huge opportunity, and Devin and his team have put together a great set of private equity investors that are multi-billion-dollar players that have the capacity to be able to continue to grow into this opportunity. The second was we're looking for somebody that had complementary technologies, and you couldn't have created a better synergy between Outsell and Impel. The generative AI that Impel has is a perfect match for all the knowledge and insights that we've got for, as Deb was saying, close to 70 million consumers. We're understanding exactly what they're thinking about and doing online or inside of the stores. And then finally, the most important thing is that we wanted to make sure there was the right cultural fit. And the values of Outsell are very similar to the values of Impel. And that combination will create a juggernaut inside this industry. And I'm excited to be continuing to be part of it as an investor and also on the board.
So you will stay on, Mike. We will see you with the company moving forward.
Yeah, I've gone all in. I'm a significant investor personally within as a private individual within Impel, and I'm going to be on the board, and I'm here to help Devin and the team in whatever way possible. And I look forward to seeing you, Jim, at NADA.
Well, we look forward to seeing you as well, Devin. There's a lot of conversation in the industry about inventory now swinging back in the favor of the consumer. As you know, lots are filling or have filled back up now, and they're sitting with maybe a 3-4 month supply, combined with forecasted slow growth this year and the ongoing unpredictability of the demand that's out there that dealers are concerned about. On top of that, consumers are holding on to their vehicles a little bit longer than ever before, almost 12.6 years. How does Impel help dealers navigate these very unique conditions?
Yeah, great question, right? It's our firm belief that the auto industry is on the precipice of an AI evolution, wherein dealerships are going to go from being massively human capital intensive to really much more technology and automation and AI enabled. And our future North Star vision is using AI to manage the entire customer lifecycle, which we believe not only will help maximize lifetime value, but will also have second order benefits for dealership reputationally as well. Specifically, your point about inventory, I think that's one of the benefits of technology and AI is it allows businesses to scale up and down much more seamlessly than having to hire humans when demand comes back, and then you have to let those people go or reassign them to different roles. Using AI and being more sort of automation and technology enabled really allows for that seamless scaling of different ebbs and flows in the market. I would say generally what AI does though is helps maximize gross profit, drives incremental service revenue, helps ensure a future unit sales pipeline. And we think it's also, again, Impel manages the entire lifecycle seamlessly with one unified dealership voice, almost like a single point of contact concierge that talks from sales to service to CSI to vehicle acquisition, which again, we think will have second order benefits reputationally. It's not like you meet a sales rep and you fall in love with that rep and that vehicle and then you never hear from them again. With AI, you're constantly in touch with that consumer. They know they're doing what's right with the vehicle. So we think that's, again, one of the second order benefits of using technology.
Yeah, for sure. I would imagine that, too, that OEMs want to see their dealers go in this direction right at a much faster pace than they have in the past, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we've got OEMs contacting us all the time, pointing out that, their dealerships are failing the mystery shop programs, that, the BDC's response is brand non-compliant, not using the customer's first name. And, our retort to that is not only does AI never take vacation or, take a day off or take a smoke break or what have you, but it never makes those types of grammatical mistakes. It's really very easy to program an AI to perfectly respond as the OEM desires with their brand compliant protocols. So yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a tailwind that we felt in the space.
Yeah, I bet. Mike, how does the acquisition of Outsell change Impel's offering to dealers in today's economy and industry environment from your perspective?
Well, I mean, first of all, at a point of transaction, Impel's the best in the business at using generative AI to help people through a transaction. But what it doesn't have is the lifelong knowledge of a consumer that Outsell brings. I mean, we've got years and years of history with over close to 70 million consumers here in the United States. give you a scale, there's 300 plus million people. So we've got a lot of understanding about what is going on with consumers, where have they been, what are they doing, what do they need.
Absolutely.
And that type of knowledge is going to create even a greater intimacy with consumers because of the fact that we'll be able to take that knowledge and create even better experiences for the consumer that are more personalized.
Yeah.
And the impact of that is it drives more sales for dealers and the groups and the manufacturers. It increases retention by significant percentages. Typically, we're seeing on the Outsell side a 50% increase in repurchase rates from dealers and dealer groups that are using this type of platform.
Wow.
And so you combine that combination, we're going to have a lot of fun in the market.
Yeah, no question. Devin, how do consumers feel about conversing with AI? This seems to always be the $64,000 question. Can they tell they're dealing with AI, and what's their feedback been?
Typically, no, right? So there's configurability in our system where, of course, you can announce in your email signature, in your chatbot signature, what have you, that it's conversing with the AI. But most dealers choose not to do that because consistently getting feedback that their consumers really appreciate the instant responsiveness and accuracy of AI information.
Sure.
Of course, no system is completely perfect, not even AI, but generally, AI will be more accurate than human effort, or BDC effort alone. By and large, AI can answer more quickly and more accurately. It's perfectly integrated into a dealer's inventory feeds, DMS. So it really helps offload a lot of that sort of like grunt work or tedious works off the hands of the employee, which allows them to focus on higher value activities. But coming back to your original question, you would be shocked at how often we've got countless anecdotes where people are mistaking the AI for a human being, asking it out for coffee, those types of things. So in the vast majority of cases, the conversation quality that's been unlocked by large language models and generative AI, it's very difficult to understand that you're talking to a bot or an AI instead of a human being.
Sometimes I wish the friends I went to coffee with were actually AI, to make it much more interesting. So Devin, what's next for Impel? I know that you have got a big agenda out there. Obviously, you've purchased 3 companies in the last 3 years. So what's next?
Yeah, again, I think if you think about our North Star vision of having one AI brain or one AI voice managing all customer communications, that's what we are really building towards and what we're really focused on. And, we think the benefit or strategic mode of that is being able to share insights across different touch points or channels. So if my AI engages with Mike to sell him a vehicle, and I understand that he responds on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 6 and 8 p.m., I can use that same insight when I reach out to him for service, for instance. So we're definitely looking at, can we expand to other channels, potentially like, voice or telephony. We're also seeing a lot of demand, to your point about OEMs. OEMs are coming to us, saying they've invested a lot in their consumer data platforms, but they fail to really deliver tier 3 value with it. They're having trouble really activating that. And it's our firm belief that AI presents sort of the critical missing piece to deriving value from a CDP, and that it allows for unbridled personalization, right? You do really long tail personalization with AI.
Sure.
And you can feed back in what's known as zero party data insights, which is we can feed back into the CDP information about what Mike revealed when the AI was texting with him or chatting with him to kind of really further hone those consumer profiles in the CDP.
Sure. Wow, it all sounds very exciting. Devin Daly, CEO of Impel, and Mike Wethington, CEO of Outsell, these 2 great companies coming together now. Congratulations to both of you. We can't wait to see what comes out of this merger or acquisition, I should say. So I'd love to do a follow-up with you to see how things are moving along.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having us.
Great. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.